Welcome to CTV, our show that goes to twitch.tv/Monster on Mondays. And then it goes to patreon.com/comicstorian. I don't know where these things go anymore. We have too many shows.
It goes somewhere.
It goes somewhere. This is the show where Dan, me, Gary, and Natalie all talk about the latest shows that came out. But as no shows are still started, we are going to discuss the 3 episodes of Young Justice, the 1 episode of The Flash. I did not catch up on Supernatural. Natalie did not catch up on Gotham, but we are intending to have everybody caught up with the new shows next week. Because I believe this week is Arrow, Supergirl, all those start up.
Oh, really?
I think so. Twitch will correct me in a minute.
Yeah.
So we're still on a CTV mini schedule. So Supernatural. You didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. What'd you think?
I thought it was very supernatural. Great.
Let's do Flash first.
I'm pretty sure Dean did some cool stuff. I'm sure that Angel probably showed that he was cool too.
Angel?
Someone got revived again. No, the main guy that's taking his body. Michael?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't he an angel?
I'm kind of proud that you followed along at all.
I pay attention.
All right, so Flash.
Somewhat.
Did you watch Flash this week?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Look, I'm just going to say it. Nora Allen calling Dad. It's just gotten to the point where I cringe with it. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Just be like Barry. Why are you, Dad? Mom.
She's annoying me.
I like where the plot's going, though.
I do. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all kind of called there's clearly something evil about Nora.
No, she's...
Or there's some dark reasoning behind what she's been doing. Plus, I totally called that Eobard Thawne or someone evil taught her how to time travel and told her to go back.
And he's in some kind of a prison with a countdown.
He's in a prison with a countdown and what looks like a vest that I'm pretty sure one of either you or Gary called it of it's very clear that he's here to try and stabilize because he is an abnormality in the timeline and is technically gone, but I think that's why he's there right now.
Okay, that's it. Because
one of you called that on a previous episode.
I said that because I felt because the vibe was prison, but since there didn't seem to be very much prison involved, I felt that he was a time paradox because of everything he had done.
A containment room.
Yeah, where he can exist, but he can't leave.
Exactly.
And the countdown's probably going to be the Reapers catching up to him.
Yeah.
The overall episode I felt was interesting, and I felt it was really good for Nora's character development. She needed to have that villain that didn't want to be a villain. She needed her Captain Cold.
Yes.
So I felt overall the episode was really good and strong with that.
I thought...
at first I thought she was being very naive with her, like, no one can go good. But she quickly made a turn on that. I felt it was earned. I felt it worked pretty well. The Eobard Thawne stuff I was mostly interested in. But I'm also interested in Sherlock discovering that she's deleted herself from Gideon.
Yeah.
Now, there's a couple issues I have with this particular episode, and I want to get your opinion on these.
Okay.
One, did no one else go to Gideon at any point and go, hey, does Nora Allen exist?
Right.
I'm not saying spoil things. Barry and Iris didn't at any point go to their super top secret computer
that travels through time.
That travels through time and has knowledge from the future and just go, is she legit?
Right.
Did this not happen? Because I got the vibe
because they also went to there and instead of going, hey, does she exist? Is this a language? Like they've already gone to Gideon to actually ask questions. But yeah, they don't go, hey, is this person claiming to be our daughter that's a speedster and all the other speedsters we've run into have been evil, but we don't want to check?
Like I had this vibe that when Sherlock went in there, it was the first time anybody had even questioned Gideon about Nora Allen.
Yeah. You could kind of hear it in Gideon's voice of, finally, someone's asking. I don't have anything, but good on you, Sherlock.
And I'm pretty sure that the episode in which Nora did go into Gideon, wasn't that like episode 3?
Yeah.
It was early. It was early that Nora went to Gideon. So let's assume that right off the bat they didn't think to go to Gideon. But this entire season, no one at any point thought, let's go check with Gideon.
Right.
Our top secret future computer with knowledge around the universe. Not Caitlin, the smart scientist girl. Not Iris West, the reporter who could use some information.
Yeah.
Not Cisco, the guy who apparently can make a metahuman cure.
Not, not any of the detectives, which there are multiple of. The one thing I did like about this episode, though, was Barry Allen.
Okay, the chat has stated in the 100th episode, Gideon did know who Nora was. And I know that. I know that they have been in the room with Nora and Gideon.
Yeah.
Because she knew who she was and sent her through time. But Nora deleted all records of herself.
Yeah.
That is what I'm questioning. No one said, hey, do you have information on Nora? Hey, can I verify this? Hey, can you check? You could ask very vague questions without spoilers. Hey, does Nora exist in the future? Yes. Can you tell me if she's actually my daughter? No, she deleted the data. Oh.
Red flag. But yeah, there was a moment in this episode that was really, really true to Barry Allen.
Yeah.
When Nora shows up, she's conflicted and she goes, this girl says she wants to be good, she's bad, I don't know what to do. And he says the Leonard Snart thing, and then she asks about Eobard Thawne. And instead of going, no, he's always going to be evil, you get that true Barry Allen moment of him going, I can't say that he won't be good eventually because I'm trying to teach my daughter that bad people, but you could really see the confliction in him of, I don't want to say that he could become good, but at the same time, I would be going against what I literally just said to my daughter. And I thought that was just a very important moment because it's also clearly leading into why Nora is going to work with Eobard and probably trust him to let him out, and then he's going to go back and do some stupid things.
Yeah. I liked that about this episode, actually, that Barry Allen took a back seat, but not in a bad way.
I did too.
And I loved little moments like, can someone send food? And they leave him a book and he's flipping
the romance novel, and he's like, what? Why would you do that?
I thought I had some really good moments like that. Everyone's questioning. Now, from what I gathered from Sherlock going to the computer, Gideon's response was all data about Nora has been deleted.
Yes.
Not just messages, which is what we all thought from the previous episodes,
yes,
that she was sending a message and deleting it. From what Sherlock has found out, she's deleted everything. Now, maybe she just did that.
Well, and it was deleted and by her.
Yes.
Like it.
And Gideon wasn't hiding that. Sherlock didn't have to do anything.
She seemed very happy. She also had the thing of, wow, you're finally asking, yes, she exists. The files are gone. Who deleted them? It was her.
Yeah. Use that. Do with that what you will, Sherlock.
Yeah.
I mean, I get for plot purposes, they wanted Sherlock to be this awesome detective who's he's the one questioning her.
And I did like that Gideon assumed that he was Harrison Wells.
Yeah, I did like that.
I did like that he was like, oh yes, I am Harrison Wells. And she's like, yes, you are.
So I did like that, and maybe she just deleted him, but I feel it's a very large plot hole that just lines up with everything that Gary and I have been saying for the Flash episodes since the beginning.
Yeah.
Where it's like, no one questions her. They're like, yeah, we did a DNA test. Everything's perfect. My future daughter has come back in time, and there's no reason we should question anymore.
Yeah.
Because plot.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, I liked the episode. I like what's going on. I did not get an evil vibe from Thawne. The whole episode, I was waiting for Thawne to be like, yes, I'll help you. And then like, dun, 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 or something.
Part of me feels like the way that this could go with Eobard Thawne is that this could truly be what Barry said of even Eobard could become good eventually. And part of me wonders if this is Eobard realizing he's screwed up. He knows Nora is in the same timeline, trying to use her to convince Barry to help him out to escape the death and somehow like agree to be a good guy or something.
Maybe
like
at the end of that timer is when, because in the Legends, doesn't he get killed by the Reapers? Maybe that's when he's supposed to go to the Legends moment.
They stop him, but this is very clearly right after he went into the timeline after his ancestor shot himself. The reason why you know that is because he's still in the body of Harrison Wells. Whereas in the Legends of Tomorrow, in Legends of Tomorrow, he's in his other body.
I thought it was a casting thing in all seriousness, because when they did the Nazi crossover, oh, this is the face that bothers you the most.
Right.
My assumption was they were like, we're not going to bring back the other actor.
Yeah.
We'll just use that excuse again. I didn't even think of that.
But that would also make sense of why he is currently in the position of potentially phasing out of time.
Yeah.
That he left right as his ancestry was going away, he gets into the timeline before it's fully gone, so now the time wraiths are trying to catch up, or the Black Flash, or whatever they're going to decide to use. And I think that the vest that he is wearing is also a big contributor, because the vest reminded me of when Nora Allen, she had that device early on that she was using to prevent them from going to the future.
Cobra says that he was in his real face when he died at the end of season 1. That could be true, but he's also gone back to being Harrison Wells in different timelines.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll find out soon what the deal is.
We'll find out, but
I like that theory, though, that it is following up from
Yeah.
that timeline, but it's before the Legends thing, so that he still remembers what happened. So the Legends evil Eobard would make sense.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting when they finally reveal where Eobard is in the timeline right now.
I think that vest has that antimatter in it. I think it does, because it would make sense in he went to the future, that antimatter prevented them from time traveling, therefore it could prevent something in the past from catching up to him.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, excuse you.
I drank that too quick. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with this. I am excited about it. I do like I've always liked Reverse Flash and Flash. I do think it gets overused.
Yeah.
But the sad part is all you can do is really use another Reverse Flash to fight the Flash.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I love the Flash.
It's better to keep one evil Reverse Flash than continuously going, here's a speedster, they're evil.
Yeah.
Here's a speedster,
I mean,
they're evil.
I'm a huge fan of the Flash, but one problem I've always had with the Flash is these stories are pretty straightforward. It always comes down to how fast can he run. And you're seeing that in the seasons as they go on when they try to do other things. They don't always work out that well as a Flash storyline, but...
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean, overall, I think it's a great opening to the season.
It is, Nora's starting to get on my nerves.
The mom and dad thing. If someone said it in chat, it reminded me of the Young Justice sequence where they were like, don't call him dad!
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, that was so good.
Sorry, Grandma. Don't call me Grandma!
Yeah.
So okay, Young Justice episodes. Let's hit those three real quick.
I liked him. I liked him a lot. It feels like we're getting into Young Justice.
It does feel more. I especially liked the episode where all the parents get together. That felt very Young Justice to me, because that was the same episode where they were doing the training, right?
I believe so.
It's hard to tell sometimes because the way these three play out now.
Actually, funny thing you say about the three is I'm not sure if it's fully this way. I need to go back and watch to see it. But part of me is wondering if the reason they're doing 3 episodes is it definitely feels like there's 3 different story arcs going on. And the reason they're doing the 3 episodes is so that they can continue each story arc without you going, wait, why are they now going into this team of them training and they're not going into the House of People? Like, it kind of feels like there's multiple plot lines going on. And that's
it's the different teams too, because you have the Bart running around with Dad.
Bart with Dad.
Now, Bart saying Dad and Grandma. I found that one funnier than the Nora
did
one,
too.
and I think it's more of the inclination in the voice, because he's like, "Oh, come on, Dad!"
Right.
And she's like, "Dad, Mom!" Like, "Oh, come on."
She's got
You're
I
supposed
need
to be 20-something.
Yeah. No, I thought that part was hilarious. That he's just chasing this small toddler around, going, "Dad, stop running away from me."
Yeah.
Just because it also really fits his personality and his goofiness. And it also, I thought it was really good because it reaffirmed he's from the future, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was a very important thing that was needed as well. Because with the Flashes, let's be honest, there's so many that sometimes you're like, wait, which one? It's kind of like the Roy Harper thing.
Yeah.
Of, wait, which one's the clone? Which one's from the future? Which one's frozen? Like,
what did you think about the death of Ocean Master?
I thought that was cool.
I was very shocked.
I liked it.
That he was following Mara this whole time.
I liked
and they
it.
Killed him.
I liked it a lot because it showed that the light and the pretty much the worst of the worst villains are aware of all these family members and people that they could kill, but they are also very aware that that is a last resort because that's going to unleash hell. And I thought that was a very great part of that because Orn, the Ocean Master, would not care about that. He just wants revenge.
Yeah.
But the light, or whatever they're being called,
it's the light.
It is still the light. They're like, no, we know about this. We could easily do this. But we're not unleashing that hellstorm upon ourselves. Because you just, it's the classic, you're getting rid of the reason why these people will restrain themselves.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I mean, you saw what happened in Injustice, right?
What about the origins of Vandal Savage?
I liked it.
Did you?
I liked it.
Maybe it's just because I've seen them done so recently so many times, because they keep trying to make Vandal Savage a bigger deal.
Yeah.
I felt a little sad for the sister. Did I tell you about the bear?
Yeah.
I tell you about the bear, and I'm like, aw.
I really liked it because I don't think in the Young Justice show they've ever truly done his origin.
No.
For us, yeah, it was a repeat, but I really liked it because I also really liked the fact that she, like, throughout the entire episode, she's like, have you gotten to the bear? That's my favorite part. Have you gotten? But we got Vandal to ask her why she liked the bear, and her explanation of it's the only story we have before the meteorite. And I thought that was a very, like, deep moment of her favorite story of her dad was when he was human. He was nothing more, like, he wasn't the god. It wasn't predictable what was gonna happen. But I also liked that they go through the history and they're like, by the way, Vandal Savage wasn't always Vandal Savage. He was Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
He was all of these specific people. And I thought it was just, I thought it was very good, and they put a lot of emotion behind it, having it be the sister and like having that kind of thing, and showing that they last a very long time being half human, half Vandal Savage.
Right, but they do die.
Yeah. I thought I liked it. I thought it was very needed.
I think the last big reveal that I can think of off the top of my head, and the Twitch chat will correct me quickly if I'm forgetting something, but that Batman is working with Wonder Woman. That this whole Batman Inc. thing was not just a, we're leaving.
It was the, we're trying to separate us, and
yeah.
yeah, no, I thought that was good.
I liked that we got a little bit more explanation behind Batman Inc. Yeah, I liked that overall.
I thought that was good. I liked his reasoning for it being Wonder Woman, where he's like, do you really think Superman's gonna lie? Like, he's not gonna lie. You're the only one, and he's just like, or she's just like, so you expect me to lie? No, I expect you to use your diplomatic immunity to get out of the situation.
I did like that they left in the cliffhanger of, are you all prepared to lie? And we just didn't get a response.
Yeah.
I thought that was a very powerful ending to it after the whole debate over, would you lie? Well, Superman wouldn't lie, he's a superhero. Well, you would use your diplomatic immunity. Would all of you lie? And we got nothing. I was like, I kind of liked that. I felt it was a very powerful ending to these 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Because that is the world we're going into, because the way that the world of Young Justice is it's more secret ops and black shadows
really is.
than your normal DC universe.
Yeah. And the one thing that's slightly bothersome is I feel like what they're doing with Red Robin, Tim Drake. Tim Drake?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be.
That's what we think it is, but he's acting very Damian Wayne-ish. And
No,
his
Damian Wayne and John Kent were shown as the babies.
But he does, like, his outfit and everything does remind you of Damian Wayne,
Yeah,
right?
no, to an extent, yeah.
Also, Arrowette, is that a person?
She was created for Young Justice.
Okay.
Yeah.
As well as, because
I think that's the one. There's one of them that was created for it. No, Artemis was.
Because Orphan confused me.
Orphan being there was a surprise.
Because Orphan in the comics is timeline as Damian would have been that Robin.
Yes.
And that was a slight, like...
Arrowette is an actual character. It was Artemis that was created for Young Justice and got rolled in.
Okay. Okay, speaking of Artemis, I loved this. I loved that from our very first podcast of this, we were all like, what's the situation with them? They live together. What are they together? And this one, they go, so what's the situation with you two? You're both single, you live together. Like, they basically got our first podcast and asked that, and I thought that was just so funny that each time we've done this podcast, the show has acknowledged that, and they're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But,
overall, I thought it was great. I thought we got a lot of development on the light. We got the Dark Side and Vandal Savage
I was actually going to ask you about that. What do you think of that? That Darkseid and Vandal Savage have a deal going on.
My first thought was when he said we were going to conquer the world together, I'm like, but yeah, but you stayed on Earth and Darkseid went around the universe doing things, so I don't know how that was an even deal.
Right.
It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I don't think Darkseid's on the up and up with Vandal Savage. Like, I feel like that's going to come out.
I got the impression that it was more, not a they both want to protect it, but more a they're at a truce and eventually Darkseid wants to keep it preserved so that he can go and conquer it and he'll be against Vandal. But I mean, it was very confusing.
Last thing.
Yes, last thing.
Tevye wants to know, but we've got a couple other questions here from
goodness.
Magaro, Flash, and stuff like that.
I wonder what he wants to know.
We got a baby Tom. We got a baby John. We got a baby Damien.
They're going to die.
If
Young Injustice.
If Young Justice makes it to season 4,
yes.
they get another season. Do you think we'll time jump and get the Super
Yes.
Sons? The appropriate. Do you, I think if they keep going, we get it in 5. I would say another 5 years and
they
we get the
can't get
super
rid of
toddlers.
Connor. Connor's too big.
You'd have to make Connor older.
You would have to make Connor older.
Let's assume for a moment the show keeps going.
I don't think they would ever show up as that. I think they would always be more of a character development for Superman and Batman than their own characters.
Well, and that's what I think. I think in general they would be behind the scenes, like the family sequence.
Yeah.
I could see super toddlers being around in season 4, with season 5, if we ever got that far, being the Super Sons popping up in the background, very much how Tim Drake's team does now.
Yeah.
And Bart and all them. They're not really a part of the show. They're just more background characters.
Yeah.
And I can see that being the situation if we keep going with the time jumps. Because
Yes.
we've done it every season now.
Yeah, I think so. I did like that when Vandal was talking about like the Green Lantern Corps, we got answers. They were like, oh yeah, all of them that are doing this because we caused it. They're doing this because we caused it. I thought that was great because it was also a nice, whenever we have big things like this, there's always the question of, well, where are these people? Where are these people? Why aren't these people helping? Like, and I liked that they very clearly acknowledged all of that.
So I will say these 3 episodes, I'm feeling more Young Justice.
Yeah.
I'm a little more excited about it. I like seeing where it's going. Flash has me super excited where they're going with the season. So I think I'm back into watching. I'm enjoying it.
As long as they don't make me... As long as my opinion of Nora doesn't continuously decrease. Because if she goes, but Dad, why are you doing this? That you did 3 episodes ago and you convinced me was okay, but now I'm questioning it again.
I don't even care about that. Just stop saying Dad and Mom.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Yeah, everything else I can deal with. Just stop being like, Mom, Dad. Because she doesn't even say them like, oh, hey, what's up, Dad?
Yeah.
Like Bart does. It's always like drawn out like a whine.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Mom. We're going to go hang out today. Mom. Like, oh, my God. Just the way the actress is doing it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah. But I'm very excited for both. I'm really excited. I hope the rest of the shows that are start up strong as well.
All right. And that's our CTV. I don't think we need to do much of an outro plug. This is patreon.com/comicstorian, or you watched it live at twitch.tv/monster. We do the show every Monday after the Conspiracy Cast. Normally it happens much earlier than this, but us trying to cram in 2 episodes definitely did not help.
No. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time at CTV, when hopefully we'll have more shows to talk about.